Just make sure I got everything up. And then we'll be good to go. Well, it's on here somewhere. There, now it's coming up. All right. So now I see I have it set where I can't see what y'all are saying. Hello. All right, so tonight, the bow we're gonna be making is a little different. So I didn't have any really good 2.5 inch to go with this besides this one. So this bow kit actually has both full ribbons in it and then this one. I'm obsessed with this one. Look at that. Oh, I love it so much. I love this ribbon so much. I like this one too. So you know navy blue is like big this year. So I wanted to do something with navy blue because it is in. It's going to be in. So I want to show you how we can do a bow if you don't have all, like if you don't have the even amount, right? Like the 2.5, the 1.5, the 2.5, 1.5. It's totally okay if you don't, because you know what, you're not always going to have that. All right. So let's zoom in. Y'all, we've had the worst storms today, so hopefully everything's going to stay nice and clear. We actually had tornadoes come through here today. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, and I have to tell y'all, so I had to take my mom to the doctor today, and my dad's been, yeah, he has a tendency to work too much. And when we got back from the doctor, Mom came with me, and she sat in the back on the couch with my dad, and he fell right asleep. It was so cute. Okay, so let's do like a 10-inch tail. All right, so we're just gonna pinch the tail where we're gonna put it in our bow maker. Okay, so just place it down on the bow maker. I do twist it. So twisting ribbon, hello, what that does is that helps to get your loops fuller, right? So you're gonna have fuller loops, and that's something we want. Okay, I think this is the one I didn't loosen. So let me loosen it a minute. There we go. See, there's Mama. I didn't bring her back with me because it's supposed to rain really bad again. And I don't like doing that, walking her through the rain. So, all right, so we're doing 2 loops at 6 inches. So I just go 6 inches, okay? I twist it in the middle. On the last one, you don't twist it because you're just pulling the tail out. Thank you, I'm so glad you like them. I fold it over, and you can see here's the wire right here at this edge. And if you cut it towards the edge, you get this nice little dovetail. It just gives it a nice look. You could also cut it at an angle, or you could leave it straight. I just like the dovetails, just one of my favorites. So while it's in the bow maker, I'll just go ahead and kind of stretch it out. Then we don't have to fluff quite as much. So let's put this one in. So we did 2 loops. Okay, make this just a little bit longer. You want to make it a little longer so you can curl it up. The new bow maker is coming out in September. She's actually going to bring it to my retreat. I'm so excited. We're going to get to play with it. So, yep. And I do have new bow makers, the regular ones, these, on the way. Just waiting for them to get in. Okay. Now, On the second layer, what I want to do is I want to come in a little bit. So when you do that, what happens is you're going to get a kind of fuller bow. So we'll do the 10" again, like that. Then we're going to go to 5 inches. So I can kind of move my ribbon here and see where the 5 is. You can also see it's on the side of the bow maker. Hello, hello. Yeah, so last night the weather was really bad, so that's why I didn't go on. Sorry about that, y'all. But I will do what I was planning to do tomorrow night. And I'm working on a new Christmas kit. Red and green. It's gonna be cute. I'm hoping that we'll have it up sometime this week. That's what the plan is. But we gotta get all the supplies and print all the signs and all the good stuff. All right. This is 2, 1, 2, 1. It means 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 loops, 1 loop. Okay? There we go. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. I really love it. Oh, so what did you want to pre-order? Kits or wreath frames or what? What were you trying to pre-order? So the wreath kit will be actually out in the next week or so. So don't worry, you won't miss it. And I will come live and tell y'all it's on. I know they go fast, but I think I'm going to have a pretty decent number. So there should be enough. Try not to stress. All right. So we've gotten a really good, nice amount of bow here. Whoops. Look at me, I'm dropping it. So you can see how nice and fluffy it is right there. But now I want to do another layer of just the 1.5 inch. And what I want you to see is you can get a gorgeous bow and you don't have to have 2 2.5 inch, 2 1.5 inch. So we're going to go even a little bit smaller. So remember, by going smaller, what we're doing is we're making that bow fluffier, so it's going to be more volume. Okay. I think next week's bow is going to be a snowman. A snowman bow. I'm excited. Okay, so we got our 2. So let's finish up with our 1. I really love this one. I think that's maybe why I'm not using as much, because I'm like, I kind of want to hoard it for my own stash, which I now have to redo because I sold all my stash. Now I have to start a new stash. That's okay. Yes, if y'all want to know when I'm live, make sure you text LIVE, L-I-V-E, to 864-465-8401. So look, see there's still ribbon left. Let me move this down a little. Whoops, why did it do that? There. There's still lots of ribbon left. Just so you can see. All right. Now. And hey, I got my little cabinet back in line. I don't have everything set up perfectly, but we're getting there. Let's just do an orange. Now remember, if you want to put this on a door, if you would want to do a bow and put it on your door, then you would want to use something like this rustic wire. Okay? Because it's gonna have a lot more strength than the other stuff. All right, so we're just gonna take this and slide it underneath. If you have trouble finding the center, put your zip tie on first, okay? All we have to do is get it started. You just want to get it started enough so that your bow's not going to come apart. And you just grab it. The easiest way is to grab it down at the bottom and pull it out. Then you're not going to have a problem. If you try to pull it from the top, you could have a little trouble. So put your hand all the way down and pull it up. Okay. All right. Now, you can see where the indentation is. Make sure you gently hold it while you're pulling it around. Yeah, the hard part is taking it off, you're right. So the trick to that is just to make sure you have a good handle on it. So when you're pulling it out, make sure you're pulling, put your hand all the way down at the bottom, grab the bottom and pull it up, okay? All right. The next important thing is make sure you get your zip tie tight enough. Okay. So I'm just gonna put my pipe cleaner right under that zip tie. And then we're going to tighten it really good. Now, when you have a really nice fluffy bow like this, sometimes you're going to see that zip tie. If that bothers you, remember, you can take some of your cute ribbon, trim it off. I like to cut it in half because I find it clunky to fold the whole thing. So if you cut it in half, you actually don't even really have to fold it. You just kind of pull it around. There. Now you see how that just covers it? This is also a great trick. If you accidentally forgot to put your pipe cleaner in there, put your pipe cleaner, run your ribbon around, and then tie it, and that will keep it on there. So just a little trick in case you ever forget, because sometimes it happens, y'all. All right. Now, I'm going to hold all three pieces. Let's widen a little bit. Okay. Now the trick with the bow, new space is great, thank you. The trick with the bow is to break the bow. This is just an expression I use. It just means that you really want to get it kind of unbroken from the center. So you can see how it's just kind of all squished in there, is we pulled that zip tie really tight. So what that does is that squashes it all in the center. So you have to pull it and twist it. And see what it does is it takes it from being all squashed in the center. So pull and twist. Break it from that center. And if you pull and twist, it's going to allow you to move your loops around much easier than if you just fluff it. And if you tighten it well, you're not going to have a problem. Okay. You always want to go from the bottom to the top. There we go. Now we can run our hands under all this little ribbon. Get it doing the cute curly thing. Oh, that is so cute. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's do a little curlies. Some little curlies. So we're just going to use our thumbs and loosely kind of twist it around your thumb and gently pull it out. So what you're doing is you're kind of keeping hold of that first spot that you start with so that you can gently pull it out. I'm obsessed with this. I really like this ribbon. I might have to hide one. it's pretty. Okay. These colors just work so well together. It's only because I have done it for a long time. I promise you, when I started, my bows were not special and they were not pretty. So I don't want you stressing that I make it look easy, because it just took a lot of practice. And I will tell you, even if you don't think you are, using the bow maker will help you learn to make a bow. Let me turn that off because they'll start going. All right, so I took the zip tie off, and now we have a really nice bow. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, so when I sent out the message today, someone replied and said, can you show us how to refluff when we have stored a wreath? So this, as you can see, has gotten kind of smashed when we were moving the stuff. So let me show you how to refluff. So one thing you want to do with your tails is just run your hand under it and just kind of pull it out like this. What that's going to do is that's going to help it to really maintain its shape like that, okay? So run your hands under it like this. This is why I use wired ribbon. Okay, see, a lot of it has already kept its shape because that's what I did when I originally made it. The trick is to make sure that you're putting your hands under it and really getting that curl in there. That's going to help a lot. With the bow, it's kind of like what you're going to do with your bow is kind of like what you did when you made the bow. You're going to do this exact same process. Start from the bottom, twist, and fluff. Okay? So twist and fluff, and it should pop right back up. And this is why we used wired ribbon. So look, half of that is already looking much better. Okay, so you see how it's all squashed? So you're just gonna pull it, twist it, get it back to where it needs to be. Like that. Alright, and then you'll have to redo the tails. So remember, you just run your hands under it, and then if you want to curl, we just kind of lightly put our thumbs in there, pull it out. Wired ribbon really responds well to refluffing. So I will tell you, the wired ribbon might cost a tiny bit more, but in the end, it is so much better. So make sure that you, if you're going to invest in making a wreath, make sure that you invest in wired ribbon, because that's what makes a difference. I know, right? I love this. This is one of my favorite wreaths that I've made. That's why it's still here, because I just don't want to give it up. I love the gold against the black. All right, see? Whoops. Oh, y'all, I'm telling you, the Mevo and I have a love-hate relationship. See? See how it looks so much better now? We fluffed it out, and it didn't take that long. See? So now you know, I'm sorry if I made y'all dizzy. Now y'all know what to do if you have one that has gotten squashed and you need to refluff it. So it's almost like you're kind of restarting what you did before. You just want to pull, twist, pull, stretch it out, and really fluff it. Redo your little curls. And that's it. So that wasn't bad. So look, there's Belly on the couch. So earlier today, my parents were sitting right there. My dad was sitting right there with his mouth wide open, sleeping. It was so cute. It's really funny because the people that work like right in this other office, they come out here every day, and there's a little board out here, and they play darts. And so they were over there playing darts, and my dad was back here just sawing logs. He was working too hard. All right, so does anybody have any questions about this? Let's see. I'll show you what I'm gonna make tomorrow. I gotta go grab that ribbon off my desk, so hold on. Look at you all piled up. So this is what I was planning on making last night. And you see it has a little barn on it. It says Merry Christmas. Then it has this. These two ribbons. And look at these two mesh. Don't you love that? Emerald mesh. So this is what will be in the kit that I will be releasing. Not all of this, just these mesh. The ribbon is actually very cute. I don't think I have any in here. No, it's red, white, and green. So more like a traditional Christmas kind of thing. Mom's okay. She has aortic stenosis. So we're just going to kind of follow up with the doctor and see if there's anything we need to do. But she's okay. Yep. Awesome. Yes, there's going to be a new bow maker soon. It is called the Easy Bow Pro Designer bow maker. I think that's right. It's from Easy Bow. You know, Easy Bow, the ones that we use. And what's different about it is, so it's much wider, so that if you have 4-inch ribbon or wider, it's going to fit on there really well. It's longer. So I think it goes to 10 on each side instead of 8. So it's going to be longer and wider. Yeah. Yeah, I think I did too. I think my tomato cage was this. That's so funny. Yes, you can have problems with mesh kind of sticking to itself. Coming apart. Or do you mean fraying? So all mesh is going to fray some. If it bothers you, one thing you really need to do is make sure that you're using a very sharp rotary cutter. Don't use scissors. Scissors have a tendency to make it way more frayish. You can use a wood burning tool, but make sure you have a glass, like a shatterproof glass that you can cut it on. So, yeah, but it does. So the less you touch the mesh, the less it will fray. So if you're doing a whole bunch of stuff inside and you keep reworking it, that's going to cause it to fray a lot. So make sure you don't do that. Absolutely. Yep. I'll try to get her to come on and show us. I do make smaller bows with short tails, yes. So like one of the bows that we really like to do, we'll show you, is what I call a mini bow. I do mini bows by hand. It does, right? So sometimes I'll do like, let's say 24 inch. So I'll cut a piece about 24 inches. I'm going to fold it in half like this. Then I'm going to fold it however long I want my tails. All right, so this is what, 3 inches, 4 inches. I'll pinch it right where that is, and then I'm going to open that up. I'm going to cross over where those pinch sections were, and then I'm going to pull it down, and we have a mini bow. Now, another way you can do this, let's put a little pipe cleaner on it. Another way you can do this, so now I'll just put a little pipe cleaner there. If that's too complicated, what you can do, see how cute that is? I love that. You can just take it, let's see, what is this, 4 inches, 3 inches. So we would do like, fold it over to the length that we want our bow, about like that. Then you're going to fold it over the same amount on the other side, and you're going to cut off about 1 inch. So you want to have an overlap of about 1 inch, and then you can cut your tails, fold this in half, and where you have it folded, just place it underneath. This comes out looking exactly the same. So whichever way you do it, it doesn't matter. And you can make them longer lengths and then stack them together. You can also just use your pipe cleaners and kind of put them, arrange them so that you can make a bow without having to do like a whole bunch, right? So what we would do is we would tie this one on here, and then all of a sudden we have a 4-loop bow. See? And if you didn't want to have a bunch of tails, then you wouldn't use those tails underneath it. So you see how you can just stack them and you can make a bow just that way, right? So you don't always have to have this ridiculous large bow. You can just make your little loops, make a 2-loop bow, and stack them on top of each other, and then just move the loops around. So, yep. And if you're wondering, I send these out. So we have 12 by 12 by 6 boxes, and we have 12 by 6 by 6 boxes. And so what I do is I have these. This is an ice pick, y'all. I just punch a hole, bam, bam, in the bottom of the box. I take a pipe cleaner, I put right up those holes, and then I tie that pipe cleaner onto whatever my bow has on the back. And that keeps it perfectly still while it is shipping. And I will take my loops and I will put the ties up just a little bit higher than normal, because when they get it out and set it out, it's naturally going to fall down. But it'll keep those little loops, those little curls. Awesome. Yeah. Maybe one of these we'll do a, maybe we could do a, would y'all like to do a rag bow? We haven't done a rag bow. So a lot of times when I'm going to do rag bows, I'm looking for stuff like blue jeans, lace, old sheets, old t-shirts, stuff like that. So stuff you can just kind of find hanging around your house. So maybe we'll do one of those soon, because that'll be fun. Awesome. All right. Where do I find those boxes? Okay, so when you're looking for boxes, there's a lot of places you can get boxes, but one of the places that I think is easiest for most everybody is you can order boxes from Home Depot and Lowe's, and you can order odd size boxes that they don't carry, and you just have them shipped into their location, and then you just go pick them up. You can also get bow boxes off of Amazon, And look around and see if there's a box manufacturer that is actually close to where you live. So if you live like near a big city, there probably is one, and a lot of them will let you go and pick up the boxes at their warehouse. So, yep. Awesome. Well, we'll do a rag bow. I'll get some supplies together, and we'll do a rag bow. Yeah, see? Paula Tackle gets her boxes from Amazon. Yeah, I have a local place, so I'm really lucky. They actually deliver them and drop them off at the warehouse. It's awesome. So, but yeah, so we'll do a rag bow. I have to go find something to put in the middle, because one of the great things about rag bows is to get, like, you know, a little cute something to put in the middle. So I'll go to Hobby Lobby and see what I can find. All right. Okay, well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Tomorrow night we'll be making this little guy. I made the sign, but I haven't listed it yet. So if you're looking for it, hold tight. I'll list it in the morning. So, yeah, you want to see a close-up of the small bow. Usually works a little better if I zoom in. There we go. Like there. Can you see it? So see, what I did is I just stacked them and then just tied them in the back. Just like that. And you can't really tell. We'll have to do what I would call a scrap bow soon, so I can show you how you can stack them on there. So many fun things we can do with bows. All right. I'm telling y'all, see, I cannot do the me bow with one hand because I'm always doing this. All right. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. We'll do this wreath here, and hopefully I will have something to show you about the next kit that's coming out. I know y'all have been kind of anxious, so hang tight. It took us a little while to find wreath frames, but I did find some, so we're going to do another kit. All right. And we have some more cotton on the way for those who did not get to do the grapevine wreath with the cotton. I have some more cotton coming, so we should be able to do at least some more, maybe like 20 more of that kit. All right. So y'all have a great night. I'm going home to check on my parents and get out of this weather because it's nasty. It's nasty today. All right. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. All right. Bye, y'all.